Okay, I'm making another parallax scrolling effect for this website I'm making. I'm going to have a changing colour scheme. I've just changed header. I'm going for sort of a blue scheme now. I wanted a red scheme, but it wasn't really working. It was coming out with pink. But I've got some parallax effect going on. Done a video on it before. It's my first video. Done a very good video on how to make a parallax scroll effect with sort of fixed images with containers going over them. So there you've got a fixed image, the next sort of div moving over, a second one, and it's a nice effect. It's worked. What I wanted has worked. A plane going one way and another way. I really like it. But I've got to change the colours. Now I'm after sort of a blue gradient. So I'm after a parallax scrolling gradient effect, and I'm going to use CSS. And I'm going to go to Notepad. I'm just working on Notepad. Here's a section I'm working on. So the section class is called Call to Action. It's in a container, div, division, and the div class text center. There's a h3 header. So the section class call to action. So that's linked to a CSS rule. I've got a second one here, and that's linked to a CSS rule called call to action 2. And there's also the hero image. Where is it? Hero section, that's the first one. And that's linked to a CSS rule of hero. They're all fixed images. So I'm going to open up the CSS sheet. File. So here we have a style sheet. I'm going to go down first to the navbar hero section. This is linked to the HTML, and I've simply got a background URL image hero top center cover. That's cover. Okay. Now let's go down to the call to action. Here we have call to action. So how can you make a gradient effect? Well, first of all, here we have call to action, two, that's the second one. So background linear gradient, that's the first colour, the top, second, bottom, then the image, and it's fixed center, semi parenthesis, semicolon, I mean. So that's so I need to change this. Let's have a look. So we go down to the first one. So let's have a look what I can do. I've got colour, website here. Sorry, just looking at something else. So that's what a hex code. I'm actually after I'm actually after red, green, blue colours for this. But just look up any site really, it's the same thing. Let's see. Let's try this one. Okay, there's already blue selected, cornflower blue. I'm going to try something just slightly darker. Let's try Dodger blue. I think the page is now refreshing. There's the hex code. Yeah. So there we have Dodger blue 51153255. So let's bang that in. Do one. I think it's 153. And 255, I think it was. We'll have a quick look at that. That's a white. Where's my code gone? God almighty. A little bit awkward, this one. Well, let's try it anyway. So I'm going to save that. That last bit is the opacity. So maybe put the same one in there. So it's going to be the same colour, but a change in opacity as it goes from top to bottom. So I'm going to save that. Go back to the site I'm. God almighty. That I'm working on. Refresh. And there we have it. That looks nice. That's just what I wanted, because as I'm coming down, the image appears. And that smoke there on the right will appear more and more as it scrolls down. That's just perfect. I will now be able to change the other images, and I think that's just lovely. So it's 51155255. 255. Okay, so we save that. And now do the hero section. And let's have a look at refreshing the page. That's lovely. So a new hero section. As I scroll down, appears first image, with a gradient. That's lovely. A gallery, and then a third parallax scroll effect with a gradient. So that's how you can do it with CSS.